Hello, everyone. This is Monsef Afker, and thank you so much for joining us in this new call of Your Divine Uniqueness. So glad to connect with you again, whether live or on replay. So thank you for your presence. And also very excited that Brenda Lainof is back on the show. I think it's been several years that she's been joining us every season, and really love the work that she does, the energy that she brings, and the healing that she facilitates through her pathogenic light language. And I experienced several of her audio healings, and they really were how to say, really like I felt the shifts happening in the areas I was working on, and really helps me to move step by step, and also to bring and attract more opportunities for me to move forward in what I'm creating. And so really excited that she's back with us. And today we'll be talking about dissolving and clearing the frequency of glyphosate in our body. So she will be talking about that, and also she will perform energetic upgrade and also clearing for the group, like a pathogenic clearing. So just stay tuned for that. It will be really, really powerful. And also we'll take questions from you. So if you are on the Zoom app, you can raise your hand there if you want to talk to Brenda. And also if you can type in the chat box on Zoom also, or type on the webcast page. Below the video, there is a question box there. And for those of you who are new to Brenda, she channels Pathogenic Light Language, and she is an intuitive guide and assists in clearing negative emotions, chronic health conditions, emotional and mental self-sabotage. And so that's Brenda. Welcome to the show. Very happy to have you with us today.
Yeah, thank you, Monsef, and congratulations to you. I love all the wonderful healing work that you've been doing. So I'm enjoying that, and I thank you for that I can be on this call today and share all about this pathogenic light language.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Brenda. And so let's start in the beginning to share about that, because like we see many, they share about light language, but for you it's more specific, and you have an expertise that we don't find in general with others. So I would love if you can tell us more about your own work.
Well, I've been in this healing work for many, many years, and probably many of us have, and you just get guided over here or guided over there. And many years ago, I got attracted to pathogenics. So I took some training and did some working intuitively. And then a few years later, COVID hits. And then all of a sudden you're helping people, with all the things on emotional stress, physically with the COVID. And so I got kind of away from it, but it's all together. It's all, you can't separate it. So pathogenics, I knew that's something I really had to, put my attention to, probably about 5-6 years ago now. So just to give people an idea, so pathogenics is the identification and removal of pathogens like bacteria, Epstein-Barr virus, herpes, viruses, flus, fungals, shingles, parasites, miasms, heavy metals, toxic poison. And everybody knows about pathogens. They affect us, and they affect us in many ways, such as fatigue, digestive issues, respiratory, ears, nose, throat, headaches, joint pain, skin, sleep, urination. So some of those are the major areas that I work on. And I think people and I guess I assume that people know, but they can hide out, they can hide out in the body, and we have to call them out. And, if there's a parasite that I identify, most likely there's another infection going on. And it's interesting because you can intuit, okay, this is what's happening here. And then you clear it, and then there can be a layer, and then another layer, but it's not going to expose itself initially. So it may not come up at the very beginning, but that's where you go in, you intuit. And I do that by way of muscle testing, which most likely everybody is so familiar with. The thing is with pathogens, and I know this for myself personally, is that when you go for blood tests with Western medicine, they may not always detect it. So this is where this work is great. And obviously you can do this remotely at a distance, which is, obviously very beneficial, especially right now. And ideally, we don't have pathogens, we have a strong immune system, but that's not always, possible. So, yeah. And when I look at the pathogen in my one-to-one sessions, again, as mentioned, there can be a layer and you can't always see that. So I go through my own process as a combination of the work that I've been doing for the last, 15, 20 years, pull it in all together in my own way of doing it. And as I've been working on physical issues with light language, it's really works well. And I have to mention this because there's so many areas that we can go, and I go where I'm guided. But what I have found, if there's some past life situation, that trauma that's occurred, it's like it can carry through can carry through to this point in time, that trauma energy can be attached to the particular pathogen. So it's very interesting. So if you were to go back, and if it comes up, that's the situation. I intuit what was that past life situation, and you go through the process of clearing it. Then you go, okay, let's go check on that existing pathogen and see, is it there? Sometimes it just takes care of itself. So to me, man, that came to me, I don't know, a number of months ago. I was like, this is so cool. Because I love, working with the past lifetimes, and I combine all my tools, but very fascinating. Really, really a fascinating journey, and how you go down this rabbit hole of, when did you get the symptoms? When did it, how long ago? And determine the time, because you can do that. Was it within the birth canal? Was it within the mother's womb? Was it preconception? What was it preconception? So there's a lot of places you can go. So obviously pathogens is, a big topic these days, and also toxicities in general. So that's what I thought, like, for today, is to take people into a clearing. And I'm going to concentrate on glyphosate. Now, I grew up on a farm in Canada. It's called like a mixed farming. It was agriculture / grain farming. And we sprayed all over the crops, everywhere. And then even we had a beautiful, immaculate yard, and my mother would spray the grass right up to the doorway of our home. And you could smell it. I can still remember the smell of the toxic toxins, and maybe it was Roundup. I'm not too sure what they had used. But this glyphosate, it's a herbicide. It's documented to be sprayed worldwide. And I have read that it is one of the most prominent applied pesticides in the world. So, and what happens is that when we get this into our body, it can really affect the membranes of our intestine, and really create a biological damage. And, I mean, we know ideally, we should get the organic food and, get away from anything that's GMO, but that's not always possible. And that's why it's so awesome to be able to have audios that you can come back to that has the same frequency if you were live one-to-one, and just play it, just allow that energy to clear. So I thought, well, let's do that today. Now I'm going to be working as a combination of light language, dowsing. So I really pull it all in. And we're going to look as to glyphosate and start the process. So I'm going to begin here now. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Just first, wants to say thank you for the information you shared. And yeah, so let's start the energetic clearing.
Okay, so this will give you a sense of how this feels. So if anybody here does muscle test, if you happen to do that, test, well, what percentage do I have in my body? And if you don't muscle test, I love to share, and that on a one-to-one session, get you really strong to doing that. And if you feel like, oh, I can't do it for whatever reason, I'll release and clear those blockages in the way that are stopping you from the fact that you can't muscle test. But if you do, I'm just going to suggest, write it down right now on, a piece of paper. Okay, I'm at 5%, 10%, whatever that is. In fact, I'm testing for myself right now, to be honest, and I'm getting about 15% that I currently have, and I'm being honest for what I'm testing for myself, just to give you an example. So for myself, I'm testing 15%. So out of 100%, 100% is obviously the highest amount of glyphosate. So where I got that, who knows? The reality is that we could be outside and pick it up, I don't know, in the air. Maybe it's in the water system. We don't know. And unfortunately, that's the world we're in right now. So we have to, instead of getting stressed out about it, it's like, what can I do to be proactive, to do the best that I can with what I have? And I mean, there's a lot of different things, and you can really get into the indoor gardening, like I'm doing right now, making my own lettuce inside in the winter months in Canada, or whatever that is, but check for yourself what percentage you may have in your body. As I said, for me, I'm testing about 15%. So we're going to begin. So this is a combination of dowsing, light language, and my own, and just pulling it all together. So we're going to start here now. And again, if you write down the percentage, if you do muscle test, what that is, then we'll come back afterwards and compare. All right, so let's begin. So this is for clearing and transmuting the frequency of glyphosate. So we're asking Creator to please delete any negative influences, astrologically, past life, collective consciousness, ancestors, any trauma, illness, limitations, fears, phobias, karma, miasms, as to glyphosate. We're asking to please delete any toxicity within the body fluids, the lymphatic system, the lymph nodes, lymph fluids, lymph channels, lymph ducts. Amanana shia tataya pokoka asali to kokoya shana na ya takai. Pokoshi sanana yokoka asa. Shishokoka ayata pakaka yitokoka mchitoto. Shikta papa shikta pakita papa kita pakita poko. Shikara kita. Shikara shikara shikta pakita pakita poko. Shikara pakita poko kishkata. Shikara. Clearing out that glyphosate frequency now. Anywhere it could be hiding in the organs, glands, tissue, blood, within the bones, ligaments, tendons, through all systems, pulling it out, clearing it out. Amanana na ya be koko asha le ke koko yespo pokita papa kita pokita papa kita papa kita pa. Shakri shapapa kita papa kita papa kita papa kita papa kita papa kita kali. Shapapa kita papa kita papa. Shakri kita papa kita papa kita papa kita kita. Clearing it out. Anywhere it doesn't want to be found out, where it's hiding. We're asking that there's any traumas attached to this, anywhere that you're connecting to the collective, clearing it out now. Banana na 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 ya bokoka aya shete. Ashana na na ya hoya. Apakashete. Asihiyata pakayata ko ashia katapokyako. Dissolving it now. Anywhere it's held within the crevices, within the colon. Amanana hai shea akasaya shatokaya yananai. Dissolving. And now we're going to move on to, we're asking Creator to please raise our vibration. Please bounce all of the chakras now. Ashishipakia nanaya pokokoya seyatananai hai. Ashokokoya sapa ala yeta kaka. Shisanai nanaya pokokoya shete. Asiya pokoya. Asana nanaya pokokoya. Ashia satea. Asana nanaya koya. Just raising our vibration, balancing all of the chakras now. Downloading that beautiful healing white light to the trillions of cells. We're asking Creator to please increase the pH levels, regenerate all those fluids and tissues. We're asking to strengthen the lymphatic system, the mitochondria system, strengthening our nervous system, the circulatory system. Let's just doing that now. Yeshi apakasanaya, alada kieta pakokoya, asetoya shi, asapakieta papakieta, sana nanaya. Let's strengthen our HGH. And the cytoplasma and the regeneration of the cytoplasma. And downloading that oxygenation and hydration now. Bakaya siya pokoya, asana naya pokoka a. She shipakia tapakaya say, Shanana naya pokoko shete, Asiya kakakia tapokoya takaya takokaya, six she ship, see ship, sala nanaya. Giving gratitude to Creator, giving gratitude, thank you for clearing this out, this glyphosate. And just knowing every time that we come back to this audio, receiving the same results, same benefits. Shanana nananaya pokoya sitiya shatoya mahaya. Shanana nai. Okay, you may want to get a sip of water if you have one. So I don't know if anybody else, I'm very sensitive to energy, and the more years that I'm doing this work, I feel it in my head. And sometimes it can be a delayed reaction, or you may not, doesn't mean it's not working. So it's interesting. So I am curious here. Oh, Michelle Kidd said to everybody, I got 15% too. That's really funny how that happens, isn't it? And it's Michelle in Montreal, or no, yeah, Michelle from Canada. Hi. So yes, and happy Thanksgiving to everybody in the United States as well. So what does everybody, do you test, you guys test for that? Michelle, what did you get after the 15%? Where are you at now? If you could just test, I'd appreciate that. I'm getting that mine's cleared. Every test, I'm really curious what everybody else is getting, yes or no,
yes,
or maybe, sorry, Monsef.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, just want to tell them you can write it on the chat box on Zoom or also on the webcast page. Let me open, check.
Oh, went
For
down
me,
to, sorry.
I tested first 20%, and after the clearing, it was about 5%.
That's fun. Irene commented she was at 24%, like she went down to 5%, and then Michelle said she's at 6%. So that's really cool. And I'm going to say that I feel it's going to continue working. It's just like it doesn't just stop. So that gives everybody a good sense of how this energy work really works, So yeah, we were what we were doing, we were clearing the toxin glyphosate. That's what's sprayed on many of our fields and crops. And if you have any outdoor plants, who knows? I mean, I'm not any expert. I just identify and then I clear. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not a naturopath at all. I just do what I do, which is, very liberating, to be honest. Yes, glyphosate. That's how I pronounce it. I think there's a couple pronunciations, so it's however you pronounce it. So that's really awesome. It shows everybody again how this can be reduced. That was just like this one small, quick little clearing.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you so much, Brenda. And so do we take questions from the audience, or would you like to share maybe more about the subject?
No, I think that's about it. I don't think Creator knows. I mean, that's the thing, is like he knows what's going on. So like to go on about this subject in general, no, I don't think it's necessary, but it shows you a sample of toxicities that we harbor unknowingly. And again, just sort of a reinforcement. We need to be on top of this as much as possible without getting all stressed out and crazy, because we're all pretty stressed out for most likely right now as it is with everything that's going on. So it's like, okay, take your steps. What do I need to clear? Well, maybe this is a good one that would be, really beneficial, because you don't know where you're picking it up. If it's sprayed accidentally or, in the water system or ponds and rivers and lakes, that type of thing. I mean, I don't know. I'm just throwing it out. We don't know exactly where it's coming from. So just doing the best that we can with what we have.
Yeah, absolutely. Beautiful. And so again, everyone, if you are on Zoom, you can raise your hand to talk to Brenda, and also you can type your questions on the chat box, also on Zoom, or on the webcast page on the question box there. And we have Michelle, first Michelle with one L. Yes.
Thank you, Monsef. Hello, Brenda.
Hi.
I have a mystery health issue. It's been a couple months and my shoulder has been super painful. So I'm waiting for an MRI, but our Canadian health system.
Canadian.
It's going to be It's going to be a while, but it's painful.
Oh, right. The getting into the doctor and getting tests and everything like this. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. So
it's
it's
just
my left shoulder. That's really debilitating right now. And it's
okay.
no reason that we can find so far. So,
Oh, well, I go many different places. I've been certified in so many different modalities over the years. So if you hear me, I could be over here or over there. I'm just going to be asking what's going on with that left shoulder. So when did it start? Give us an indication of this pain with the left shoulder.
2 months ago.
And what was going on for you at that time?
We were getting ready to move. We're planning to move. So we had our house listed, our acreage was listed for sale. So that was one of what's going on.
Getting ready to move.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm feeling what I need to do is see what we need to shift in order. This is what's coming out for me. So I'm asking Creator, what needs to be shift for Michelle regarding this pain that she's had in her left shoulder. I'm getting a lot of energy in my head as I say that. So I feel like there's something, like I'm not getting directed, I've got to look at a pathogen, but I am getting directed. Yeah, so there's a lot of information's coming up right now. Is this it's important to align to your truth. It's like, no, Michelle, you need to align to your truth. What is your truth? So I'm going to be asking, well, what could be blocking Michelle, aligning to her truth for what is in her best and highest good? And I'm getting that we need to increase your frequency vibration. Now, Michelle, do you, from 0 to 10, what is the pain in your left shoulder at this moment? Or can you give some measurement?
Yeah, I would say an 8.
An 8. Okay, so I'm going to have you put your attention, and actually for anybody here that maybe you have some type of pain, think about that. Oh yeah, no, I got pain in my stomach or whatever. Give it a measurement between 0 and 10. And I'm just going to give us a minute here, Michelle, and for everybody here, put your attention to that particular area, because we're going to be asking Creator to increase the frequency adjustment for that. So we just want to ask to increase the frequency adjustment. So if you can just envision frequency is just ramping up now. Sometimes there can be stagnation in the way where there's just sluggishness. Increasing that now to wherever you're holding on some of that pain, and just increase the frequency stagnation, aligning you to your truth. What is your truth? What is strengthening to your truth? And then I'm going to be asking again, what else do we need to do here to help Michelle? Like, what is it that is going to see what I'm picking up on for you, Michelle? It's not you. It's like you're picking up on other people around you. And it's almost like you're picking up on, I'm getting on their resistance, which is causing, this is all related to the pain. There's some resistance there. And is it resistance? I'm getting some family member. I don't know if that makes sense to you or not, but I'm getting some resistance from a family member.
Yeah, there is some resistance because as I'm coming out as metaphysical and esoteric, there is resistance. And I'm concerned about what people will think too.
Gosh,
but
hey, I know all about that one. Yes, it is difficult to go, oh, I do this weird thing. And I'm sorry. I know exactly what you're saying. It's that fear of judgment. And of course, and so that's, how are they going to react to me coming out to who I am? This all goes back again to your truth, aligning to your truth of who you are. So, okay. Let's see what we can do, what comes up in regards to, there's something else that we can do to shift that for you, because this is you shifting, not so much them. Is that what can be done to help shift you to being stronger so that you're immune to what other people think and say for whatever, so it's really you're being guided to, Michelle, to let go. Every time I go in for a major operation, it's just like the last one that I had in 2019, I thought, I don't know if I'm going to make it. Like, I really didn't know. They didn't know, but they didn't want to tell me they didn't know. I was just like, let go, let God, let go, let God. And I really had to really let go. So I'm going to suggest to you, let's all let go. And anywhere you're holding on to that resistance, let's just do that now and work together. Let go. We're asking God to help us let go of all the resistance of being to step out and being in alignment to our truth, who we are. Letting go, let God. I love that. Just let go, let God. And every time you feel that resistance in your body, just say, let go, let God. It's just like a very gentle, loving. This feels like little fairies. Just letting go, singing da da da. Let go, let God. Ooh, the energy there. Just very light, just the lightness is what we need. Letting go all the resistance held in the shoulder region. So I want energy moving. Okay, that's really coming up strong for everyone here. Just let go. Okay. Well, let's go back, Michelle, and just see and just sense where you're at, if things have shifted or not in the left shoulder. And if so, where are you at?
So it really heated my whole body up, and it was like a hot flash. So I get those, but this was super, super hot flash.
Yeah, interesting. So isn't it interesting how we get guided like that? And so much of it's our stuff and having to let go. So I think that's probably one of the best advice for any of us for at any time is just to let go, let God, and let go of that resistance. So see how that feels. I think that's going to continue here for a bit. And you may notice that, if you were to give it a number right now before we move on, what number would you give it just for a measurement? Has gone down at all, or what is in your words?
So my body's super relaxed. So just the tension releasing.
Yeah.
5
okay,
for
good.
sure. For sure a 5. Yeah.
Okay, good. So it's gone down a bit. That's awesome. Okay, cool.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you, Brenda. Thank you, Monse.
Yeah, best you for stepping out, because we just have to. And even if we feel we're going to be ostracized, a lot of us are being ostracized, myself included. So I get that, but we're here, we're alive in these times. So go for it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Beautiful. Thank you, Michelle. And thank you so much, Brenda. Let's see. We have also Michelle Kidd.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank so much for Monsef and Brenda. That chakra bouncing, I really felt it. And I felt that release from my shoulders. Well, I
Oh,
got
good.
and started shaking. My issue is I have had for several decades Candida albicans. Whatever I do, herbs, doctors, whatever, I cannot get rid of it. I've got it in my mouth, in my gut, in my genitals, in my feet. Like my skin is just everywhere. I just can't get rid of it.
Oh, that's awful. And I do know that in that package within Monsev's, what we've set up, there is the Candida audios in there. So if that interests you, but let's see here. What I'm just picking up in general for you, I'm getting really that there's some past lifetimes, I'm feeling this goes back to past lifetime for you, Michelle. So I just want to check in as to this Candida. And I'm asking, well, what is it with Michelle, with this Candida, and what was it that we're just asking for some information to come up? And I'm getting something as you were. What country are you in, Michelle?
United Kingdom.
Oh, you're in the UK. Yeah. See, I'm getting something about where you have, it's come up where you were traveling, where you were moving from place to place. So this has gone back many lifetimes. And I'm also getting guided to tell you that, do you like to write? Do you journal or write? Is that something that I feel like this is something that's eating away at you? And I feel like you're being guided to start expressing yourself, get it out on paper, or, speak it out. So it's like I know this may not make sense, but it's just like a message is coming through for you to speak out, to speak your truth. It was like what came up earlier, is to speak, align to your truth. So I just like, it's just like a message, like when you start doing that, you're going to get it out and it comes out of your system, literally. So the combination of the audio of the Candida audios that are in that package A and B, but start journaling. Do you like to write?
I'm pretty resistant to it, to be honest.
To be honest, I'm curious. I'm curious why you're resistant to it. So I think we should go check it out. Let's go ask the question, why is Michelle so resistant to writing? Because I'm okay. Let's see what comes up. Well, we just need to increase your strength. We need to command to increase your strength to writing. But I'm just checking in more. What else is it that we needs to shift for Michelle so that she's increasing her strength and that she's okay. So when I check I'm not getting that your respiratory, digestive, and reproductive system are in alignment. So this is what's coming up. So if everybody here was to muscle test and ask, well, is my respiratory, digestive, and reproductive in alignment? And I'm curious what you get. So if everybody can check in, is it in alignment? And if you could type in message, mine isn't, I can tell you that right away. And I know I just did this the other day. So I'm getting no, mine isn't. And I'm curious, and for Michelle, yours isn't. No, okay. So this is what we're going to do. So for everybody here, we're going to ask for help from Creator. And we want to align the respiratory, digestive, and reproductive system. So maybe put thought to your respiratory area or digestive, put thought to that. And we're going to be asking for assistance from Creator, because this can block us. If we're not strong, this can block us from moving ahead so many ways. So we're asking God to please increase the alignment, the respiratory, digestive, and reproductive. We want it 100% in alignment now. Manana hayepokoko sa shia tataya bakaya the pokoko asa. Yes, shatia. Just strengthening it now. And as this is being strengthened, you know, with everything that's going on, it can make our breath shallow because you get caught up in the social media. And I certainly am bad for that. So then you get out of whack. So we just want to bring ourselves up 100% in alignment. Shishia pakaya sa kokoya nai, ana na 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 yipokwe. Shasala hiana na na yipokokusa shaya sana yipoi. Okay. Whoa. Excuse my yawning. Okay. Wow. All right. I don't know if you can notice shifts or not, Michelle, but I'm getting, when I ask, I'm getting now at this moment, you are in alignment. All of these areas are in alignment. Anybody else notice here that they're in alignment, not in alignment?
Yeah, I can feel it, particularly movement around my stomach area.
Okay, cool. That's really cool. I love this. Okay, awesome. And it's just like, oh, now I can feel it in the back of my head. You know, sometimes so you get this kind of delayed reaction. Anybody else noticing?
Yeah, that's the back of my head, just at the base of my neck and
Really?
my neck joint. Yes.
Isn't that fun? It is. We have to look at it like, it's just like, it's fun. And this is how I get my enjoyment. I don't know, it's kind of weird, but it's the energy work that I do that I get my enjoyment instead of maybe doing some other things. I don't know. It's just the way it is. So that's awesome. I feel like it's still working. Like now I'm getting some over here in my head. Yeah. And I see this Destin Reed, looks like she's, you can feel it too. That's fun. Awesome.
Yeah, I think the awesome thing is for me that whatever in these shows, whatever question gets asked, everyone can take something from it. And that's what's so wonderful.
It is. It really is. It's great to do group calls. I know that's, and I'm just saying, but that's in my package B that I'm offering. It's a brand new group Zoom calls, and we'll just meet. And it would be similar like this. We meet, and then, you know, whatever pops up, and then everybody benefits from it. Yeah, so it's a great way of getting lots of downloads and clearing. Okay, good. I feel like that's kind of slowed down now. So yeah, and back to the Candida, if this is part of it, then I'm getting that it is. And also, you know, it's all these bits and pieces of where you need to express, get things out, because it's, quote, eating away at you, which the Candida does. And then, you know, with the, should you choose to, but listen to the Candida audio. There's part one, part two. Part two is downloading all the good stuff we need to download. What do we need? You know, you're just being attracted to the right food, attracted to the things that are good for us, instead of like, I got to go eat that, you know, donut or whatever, the sugar. So it just sort of helps us, especially again now, Maybe it's not as intense everywhere in the world. I know it is here in Canada. So it's for me anyways, I think for a number of people, but the intensity of what's going on politically and everything, it can really eat away at you. So hopefully
we're having our third prime minister in a year in the UK when they're supposed to last 4 years. It's just like,
yes,
it's just, I really see it though, how this system has got to crash and burn. Is maybe not the right words, but it's got to collapse this society in some ways for us to build a new, fairer, beautiful society.
We'll see what happens here, and I see maybe one last shift for all of us, because we know what's going on, and we're asking for it. What can we do to shift us all right now at this moment, just so we're feeling better? It's Thanksgiving in the United States and Canada. We've already had ours, and it may not be in every country of the world, obviously, but we have already had ours. And I'm being asked for everyone, we need to cut our cords. We need to cut our cords. So if we're corded to the government, corded to the school system, corded to our relatives, and corded to the collective, it's going to affect us. So let's ask for Creator to please cut those cords anywhere where we're cording. Unconscious, obviously, at a subconscious level, we don't know we're corded. Sometimes we get hooked in because we watch TV, or perhaps something on some, whatever, Facebook or whatever, and then we get corded to it. We don't want to. We don't realize that we are, but we are. So let's go ahead now. We're going to ask to cut the cords. This is a very good one, and something I would like to do in my one-to-one sessions is really get you strong and really confident. It's confidence we need. Like, oh, I can do this. I can cut my own cords and show you how you do it, not relying on, other people all the time, but no, get you strong for cutting your own cords. So let's just go ahead now for everybody here. We just want to cut your cords to anywhere where you're taking in other people's energy. Perhaps you're at the store, or you're, I don't know, it's walking on the street. You're hearing something on social media, reading something on social media, and unknowingly attached. So we're asking, please, anywhere you have pain in your body, let's go there. Discomfort. Are you corded? Maybe you're corded. Maybe you're corded to someone who's crossed over. Maybe it's a family member. Who knows? But God knows. So we're just asking to please cut all those cords with ease and grace. Cutting the cords. It could be thousands of cords. And every time you cut those cords, maybe there's another 1,000 underneath. Who knows? We just want to cut those cords. And just sending love. So every time those cords are cut, we're going to follow it up with sending love. Sending that frequency of love right back. So it's just not done in anger, but we're going to send you love, because it's the highest frequency and vibration. Just envision cords are dissipating. So we want you as strong as possible every single day. So you're strong, so you're not so apt to get that pathogen. We need to strengthen our bodies. When we're severing those cords with ease and grace, sending love, our immune system automatically rises. We need a strong, healthy immune system. So we can flourish, not just, okay, we're making another day. We want to flourish in these times. Flourish. Step out and be powerful and strong and courageous. Like, yes, it's your time. Taking back your power. Okay, take a deep breath in and release.
Yes, I was visiting the hospital today, and so yes, it was just very beautiful because I could feel the tension all around me with the people, and I just brought through this huge wave of peace and love came through me. Just felt very soft and gentle, and I just saw everyone else relax and sort of reset themselves.
Yes.
It's just amazing to see how responsive people are when we just send that impulse out there. But yeah, I maybe have taken someone today. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome.
Super. Yeah. Thank you so much, Michelle. And also thank you so much, Brenda, for the clearing and guidance. Beautiful. So we have more questions. We will continue with the questions in a little bit. Just now, Brenda, I would love if you can tell us about the pathogenic light language audios and also the one-on-one private session and the True Life course. It's part of your membership. It's access to 2 months. And everyone, I invite you to visit the page, yourdivineuniqueness.com/Brenda, yourdivineuniqueness.com/Brenda, sorry, BRENDA. Or you can click on the special offer button, which is on the webcast page or on the replay page. And also it will be on YouTube description. So Brenda, I would love if you can tell us more about this program.
Okay, well, the audios that I created, and this goes back to Candida, and you know, it's so easy to pick up Candida, it can be, and you know, from that glass of wine maybe, or whatever, you know, we're trying to relax ourselves from the stress of the day, but for many different reasons, as you know, as noted today. So the Candida albicans is part 1. It's light language audios to assist clear out anywhere the Candida is residing. So Candida likes to hide out. It's like they're feeling like they're kind of sneaky, you know, they want to hide out and throughout the body. It can be in your organs, in your glands, in the skin. And so it's like going direct to that Candida and clearing out those the energy. The Candida albicans part 2, once the Candida is cleared, and it's something I would suggest listen frequently, it's such a common one, then this is going to help support and strengthen your mind, body, and spirit. It's going to help you innately know, okay, those are the foods I should eat. Oh, those are the, you know, the vitamins I should take. So you just becomes more second nature, like maybe I just stay away from that chocolate brownie or whatever. So you just subconsciously downloading that so that you're more apt to stay away from the foods that, you know, drinks or whatever that you shouldn't be taking in. The third one is a vaccine toxicity clearing. So anything from the past, maybe there's some residue of toxicity, will help clear out that. And then the fourth one was the gluten and intolerance clearing. So that helps from, you know, consuming too much gluten, you know, and that can cause abdominal pain, bloating, gas, and brain fog. Very, very common to have intolerance to gluten because our food is not what it used to be. And again, that's the way it is for many of us. So that's all in that package A. And I believe that, yeah, that value is $200. It's for $77. And then we get into package B, and this is the fun part because I love doing this. So it's everything in package A. And then we have our one-to-one 60-minute session. So, you know, you pay, then I get to send you a Zoom link. In the Zoom link, we meet. And then we'll get specific. So if there is a pathogen like a Coxsackie or, you know, maybe Campylobacter, whatever that is that I identify, then I go through that's affecting you. Maybe it's aluminum miasm. I don't know. But whatever that is, you get your own personalized audio so that you can come back again. You can come back to that audio. So that was a really great to have, and you can just return, or, it's really a way of really getting value with intention. Say, I'm going to broadcast this out to my family, just intention, broadcasting this out, muscle test. Yes, I'm strong, broadcasting this out, and obviously for your pets. I mean, they're a family anyways. So the dog, I don't know, maybe there's a parrot, whatever that is. And, so broadcasting it out to your animals. We can do a lot. We just haven't been given, the go ahead, and our power's been subsided. So that is included in that. And then I'm starting up this 2-month group healing. Well, it's 2 months with this package. It'll be monthly. So we meet twice a month, and it'll be similar, like I mentioned, like what we're doing here today. I just get guided. Oh, we're getting guided to look as to something, a will to die energy. For some reason, it just popping up. And maybe it's not yours. Maybe you're taking it on from someone else. We don't know. So whatever comes up, I just ask, well, what's priority for the group today? And then that's where we go. So then you'll have that replay that you can play again. So you'll have that Zoom replay. So that will be 4 calls in total for the 2-month group call. So that is valued at for $80 for $197. So that's about it.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Brenda. Very grateful to you for offering these packages and offering the new audios. It feels it can bring a lot of support, and especially that's we experience your pathogenic light language. And also, I'm glad that you this time you are including access to your membership, which is 2 months. And maybe you mentioned that like the power of the group, it really can help to maybe accelerate the healing or makes it make a deeper impact. So thank you so much for that. And so also everyone, I highly recommend that you work with Brenda, whether package A with the audios only or package B audios plus one-on-one session and group calls. And you can find them on the page yourdivineuniqueness.com/Brenda, yourdivineuniqueness.com/Brenda. BRENDA, or you can click on the special offer button, which is on the webcast page or on the replay page, and also the link will be available on YouTube description. Thank you again, Brenda, and let's continue with the questions. So we have, yep, go ahead.
Sorry, I just see someone's needing help. We need to get grounded. So I understand that. So let's do that. Let's get grounded, because it's true. We get into this space of woo energy, but we need to bring ourselves down. So good suggestion. So let's we're asking to get grounded now, 100% grounded. So back into our bodies, grounded to the earth, center of the earth. Down. 100% in our body. Amanasi epokokoya shataya nanandaya pokokoya anaya. 100% grounded, back into our body, grounded to the Mother Earth. Back up. And as that's happening, let's bring in some oxygenation and hydration. Let's just download everybody here. Oxygenation and hydration now. Add that to every cell of your body, right down to that matter to energy, energy to matter now. Ooh, okay. You may, I'm going to suggest have, make sure you get some good quality water afterwards. Yeah, because we all gain benefit from this. That is the beauty of group healing work. I love it. And such a reasonable way of getting assistance as well. It's just a very practical way of getting what you need.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you so much, Brenda. And thank you, Destiny, for asking for the grounding. We have a question from Susanna Quinto. Hi, I'm from Portugal, and I have muscular dystrophy already in a ventilator for respiratory aid. I'm 40, which is very good for this kind of illness. And clearly, I'm here for more, but feeling like a burden to others is bugging me. Can you help me clear it?
Feeling like a burden to others. Oh, that's awful. I'm sorry that you're feeling that way. And I'm just thinking, let's check, what do you need to shift so you're not feeling like you're a burden to others? That's a horrible place to be. And so that's the first thing. As far as the muscular dystrophy, yeah, that's a whole area that I honestly would want to take you into, see what's, break it down. Is it physical? Is there meridians involved? Is there, there's so many areas, that I can go. So I would definitely say to look at that. Is there toxicity? Is there pathogens? Whatever that is. But right now, I just want to shift, because that's obviously not a good mental state to be in, where you're feeling like a burden. Who wants to be a burden? Nobody wants to feel that way. And we want you to thrive. So, okay, so let's just see what's coming out. And right now I'm being guided to command miracle frequency. We want to command a miracle frequency. So, Susanna, okay, sort of feel what that, you're in that space right now, but we're asking God to command a miracle frequency for you. So let's just do that right now. So, Susanna, it's not something that you can maybe detect. Oh, I'm okay now, but we need to really download that for you. And I am going to really suggest, if you're able to, I'd say get in contact with me. And what I would do is create an audio for you for all the frequencies that you need, and whatever comes up that you can refer to in the personalized audio included with that 60-minute call. So right now we're going to be asking and to command a healing frequency. So put yourself, your attention to the respiratory area. Actually, let's just do that. We're asking God to bring in a miracle frequency. And you may sense things in a minute or two. And for anybody else that's having some challenges, physical challenges, we were at these times, we want things quicker. It's just like, oh, yes, we can go in different layers, but we want to get some results. And I think we can speed things up more than we ever have before. So we're asking to command a miracle frequency for you. To the respiratory area. We're asking God to please release all the burdens, judgments, The point of origin to the present now. Anywhere in your body where you're judging yourself, we're commanding to dissolve now. We're commanding a healing frequency now. And for that healing frequency to continue. Downloading it now, just you can envision this frequency, whatever you envision that to be. Shasanaya Takia Shitu Shanai. It's downloading it now. God knows exactly where you need it. Raising the frequency, commanding a healing frequency now. Shataya Pokoya Sanai, Alakayita Pokoya Shatia, Manana Nahieta Kaya Tishia Nai. You may notice some sensation in your head, maybe. Breathing deeper. And we're just spinning out anything that's negatively attached. Spinning out all the judgments. Anywhere that, again, that you have corded, according to you, anywhere that you have had any sabotage energies sent to you, dissolving that now too. Commanding this healing frequency, this miracle frequency now. And isn't this wonderful? We just want to be so strong. Okay. Wow, you may want to take a sip of water if you have one there, Susanna, and if not, later on. Now, I don't know about you, but I can feel this is still happening. So it's like we all need some miracle frequencies. Yeah, we do.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you, Brenda. And Susanna, she wrote, I can feel the energy.
Oh, awesome. I'm glad to hear that.
And
Good. Oh, your lungs and sorry.
My lungs and the back were on fire, then arms, crown is tingling, then tingling all over. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's so good, Susanna. Yeah, that's, you know what you can do? I'm just going to say, just command it. Just like command it. You have the power, you command it. So you're just as powerful as any of us. And it's just not the token few. It doesn't work that way. So just remember that you are, and command it. And let's just strengthen you to being strong, that you deserve to command it. Sometimes we don't feel like we deserve things, but we want to turn that around. We want to strengthen you to being strong. Just throw that energy in the midline in your back, that you deserve to be strong. You deserve to heal. You deserve to be alive. Let's just throwing that energy in. You deserve to be alive and thriving. Alive and thriving. Just bringing that in.
Thank you so
Okay.
much, Brenda. And again, thank you, Susanna, and sending you much love. We have a request from Brenda also. I have a request for, oh, she's unmuted.
Hello.
From another
Brenda.
Brenda.
Well,
yes, go ahead.
first of all, thank you both so much. What an honor and privilege just to see these healings happening. And we know about one, but to know that it's just rippling through is, thank you both. It's just a richness. But I'm here. Actually, my husband and I are very far apart mile-wise, but he's listening on a landline to this whole presentation. And so he's hearing everything we're saying. But I asked him if it would be all right to bring this up, but he has struggled for many years. It is related to the sciatica. It is a pain. He had first had pain in his knee on, let me get him on here if you don't mind, so I get it right. Brian, it's your turn. It's the right leg. I'm a little nervous. Help me because I'm online.
Don't be nervous.
Okay, it's his right leg, and it started with a knee issue, but then it went into, it was so bad for like over a year. He could not sleep unless he was standing. And so you can imagine what that was like. He walks constantly. He's in construction, and walking, movement doesn't cause trouble, but it has just been a total mystery. We've tried many different modalities, and anything that you would have, Brenda, to a frequency or some kind of work, we're very open to it, and we're so appreciative. And I'll put him back so he can hear you. Thank you both.
Okay. Okay, as you're talking, I'm just getting guided and to the skeleton system, and we'll just see where we go from that. I'm getting guided to the connective tissue. Let's see here, gotta keep track. Connective tissue. Yeah, I'm getting guided to a disc actually. And to the lumbar disc.
That's perfect. That makes perfect sense. Yes.
Yeah. And now, here we go. Yeah, so the lumbar, weakness or tingling in lower limbs. It can actually affect the sciatica. So I think we nailed it. So I would want to spend more time, obviously, but this gives us a good, suggestion. And should you decide to book, then remind me, and then we'll go right to the lumbar disc, because, I'm hearing the word breakdown, but I don't know, initially what that breakdown. Okay.
Can I add one thing that may be helpful? We had a horrible breakdown in our family. I will not go into specifics.
That's fine.
And so I think you're really spot on, but there was a cataclysmic event. And so I think that might help you in what you're getting ready to do, though. That's the only reason.
Yeah. So what's coming up concerning this breakdown? There's some lack of motivation with this happening. Like, not really motivated anywhere, or as much as what you need to be. In fact, when I check on the motivation, the percentage of motivation for getting this resolved, I'm getting about 20%. So there's something happening here about even having this resolved, if all possible. And we just have to increase the awareness about getting this resolved. So I'm just going to suggest that's something that you could look at. And again, remind me about the lumbar, because I was going directly there. And we'll see what else comes up. Obviously that's an emotional area. But why, and when I check in, it's not even anything from this lifetime. So I would suggest to, just come back and see, well, what is related to that? There's something there, something that got really stuck is what I'm hearing. Something very, very stuck. And when I check in, okay, let's just see right now. And again, keep track of all of this. But when I ask, well, what is it that got stuck in some other time and place. And okay, so I just feel like he was kind of, quote, dropped off. And I don't know, I'm feeling kind of this orphaned type of energy where he was orphaned and kind of set aside. I don't know if that, resonates at all, but this is
Well, I know of one instance that we've been married over 40 years that totally resonates. But let me get Brian on because that's not fair. Just a second. Brian,
that's not fair.
Like fair? He said he's listening hard.
He's listening hard. Yeah, so it would be interesting. And then to, so remember that too, where there's some orphaned energy and it's just keeping him kind of stuck. And then we have to ask, well, what is related to this orphaned energy keeping him stuck? And there's a lot of fear that's coming up right now. Just a lot of fear.
His grandfather was an orphan from New York that when he was, I think, about 13, he came Midwest on a train. And so there might be a total connection there in the natural. Yeah.
In fact, if I was to ask, well, I'm going to have energy in my head. So there's a lot of fear and he's carrying in this fear. And it's also contributing to the breakdown of the lumbar. So I would really suggest, look at the fear. Oh, I'm just getting a lot of buzz in my head as I say that.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you just go down the rabbit hole on that again, because it's just layers of stuff. So that's interesting.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. That gives you a sense anyways of what's related.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Brenda. Sending much love to you and your husband, Brian. And also, thank you so much, Brenda, for the healing. I think you are muted. Where? No, you are here. Let me put you on spotlight. Yeah, we see you now. Let's see. We have a question from Irene. I had a stroke a few years ago and feel still that my brain is affected. Are you able to help?
Had a stroke. Your brain. Oh, yes. Wow. I really feel the brain. I mean, if we were checking to the brain right now for you due to the stroke, I would like to look at the brain. I have a brain protocol that I could take you through, but it wouldn't be now because it's a whole protocol. But if I was to check in on your brain and, the left side, the right side, front, back, front, inner, outer, inner, what percentage is your brain right away? I'm going, well, let's check on that. So as to the brain, the stroke, and it's very, very scary. I've had a cardiac arrest myself. And that was my first near-death experience. So I get that. But having very, very traumatic. So zero, I'm just checking in the brain, right now, where your brain percentage is functioning at. Yeah. I'm getting this at 12%, about 12%. So I would definitely want to work on the brain and get the brain. And then I have this protocol to take you through. And then you would have that in as your own audio. And I'm going to suggest definitely that would be one thing, is to get the brain. Want the brain to communicate with the body. So important. If there's a disconnect, then, why is there a disconnect? So again, checking in what could be related to the brain, but that's definitely a suggestion, is to look at the brain, find out if there's anything else that's going on. Maybe, is there a pathogen, a virus that's related to this stroke? I mean, I don't know, but that's an area that also we would look at. I honestly, with everything that's available, I ask, like, what is the priority? Where do I need to go? So I get guided, and, I don't need to know the answers, and I'm not a medical doctor. I'm very intuitive. So I just go to where I need to go. And if you muscle test, and maybe you don't at this point, which is fine, but if you did, you can definitely it's kind of sometimes fun to do things together and check together. But that's what I would suggest. Just off the bat, look at the brain. If there's anything else that's involved, is there a disconnect? Why is there a disconnect? And then just do our best to get the brain communicating with the rest of the body.
Yeah, thank you so much, Brenda. And also thank you, Irene. Let's see, we still have 6 minutes left. So it's a question from Maylene. I have brain fog. This started 5 years ago. Can you help with this?
So this is from Maylene.
Yes.
Brain fog. There are different things related to brain fog. And I sure would like to look as to the brain fog. Yeah, I am getting toxicity when I ask that. So I would suggest look as to the toxicities, and I would start the process of clearing that. So just offhand here, obviously, that would be one area, is as to the brain fog. And I know if anybody has fibromyalgia, there can be layers of like pathogens related. And so again, in the one-to-one sessions, like what am I intuiting? What's coming up as to the brain and brain fog, and then go from there. So there's many layers that can show up. And it's again, where am I being guided? So yeah, I'm getting a lot of energy in my head when I say that. So I know that to me, when that happens, like I know there's toxicity. So I would look at that in the one-to-one as to the brain fog.
Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Brenda. And also thank you, Maylene, for your question. We have Brenda, she wrote, Brian says, thank you so much. And Irene, she wrote, thank you. Michelle Kids, she wrote, thank you, myself, Brenda, and everyone for this awesome call. Maylene, also thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. And yeah, so Brenda, really grateful to you for the support you brought today. It was really powerful clearings and healings, and also information that you shared in the beginning. So thank you so much for everything you shared.
And everyone have get some good quality water, and just know that this energy could be working for a period of time. In fact, again, as I say that, I'm getting more tingling right here on top of my head. So yeah, it does. It's working. And I do sense that as we are rising, our vibration is rising, that things can happen quicker. We just have to really believe that we have that power. The power is there to do that. And, we just do our best.
Yeah, absolutely. Wonderful. Thank you so much again, Brenda. Brenda, again, she wrote, thank you for such a beautiful gift. And yeah, so thank you so much, everyone, for spending this time with us, co-creating with us this experience, and sharing with us your beautiful energies. Yeah. And yeah, again, I highly recommend that you work with Brenda and sign up either to package A, which include her 4 pathogenic light language audios, or package B, which includes package A plus 60-minute one-on-one session, and also access to 2 months of her membership group calls. And also through the private session, you will receive it's personalized pathogenic light audio for you. And for that, you can sign up on the link yourdivineuniqueness.com/Brenda, yourdivineuniqueness.com/Brenda, BRENDA. Or you can click on the special offer button, which is on the webcast page or the replay page, or you can also find the link on the YouTube channel description, the YouTube video, not a channel. And yeah, so I'm sending you so much love, everyone, and I will see you on the next call. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you, Monsef. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.